Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you to Vidyaniketan Public Schools India Insight. It's a quiz that was conceptualized by the founder principal of the school, Mrs. Prema Rajagopal, way back in 2004. It was her vision and foresight that we should have the youth of this nation extremely positive about our own country and knowledgeable as they will prepare themselves to move across the whole world. Today, that vision is so true as youngsters travel all over the world, not just to work, but to study further as well. Here today, moving into this quiz that has been created to celebrate India, we have a young Indian, a passionate one at that, as our host. She is an alumnus of NITK Surathkal, took to quizzing as her career, the only lady across Asia to do it professionally. She was recently acknowledged by the Business Today group as 40 among 40 for the year 2020 for her contributions to education and to the world of content creation. Without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome your host, Miss Rashmi Furtado.
Hello everyone and welcome to the third semi-final of the India Insight quiz for the senior category. We have identified our first two finalists from the first two semi-finals. And now we are here to identify the third finalist who will move into that big world final that's coming up. Before we move on, let me invite Mr. Vijay Krishna Rajagopal, an erudite leader and the director of the Vidyaniketan Public School, to join us. He has over 15 years of experience as an academic and an educator. He holds a master's degree in education with honours from the University of Western Australia. A very good quizzer himself, he is the world runner-up of the World Teachers Quiz. Mr. Vijay, if you could please join us and share your thoughts.
Dear students, welcome to India Insight online quiz. We are really happy that we are able to host the India Insight quiz online. This quiz was conceptualized in the year 2004 by our founder principal, late Srimati Prema Rajagopal. As a school, we always believed that children need to be instilled with the values and traditions of our great country. And this was the genesis of India Insight. We are really happy to note that many schools from the country are taking part. Also, there are many schools from abroad that are sending their students to participate in this global event. I wish all the students the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vijay. Let me introduce our semi-finalists to you and then get cracking with the quiz. First up, I have Nishant Sheth. Nishant is from Vidyaniketan Public School in Bangalore. Following Nishant, I have Udbhav Krishnamani. Udbhav is from the PSVB Millennium School, OMR Kanchipuram. And up next, I have Amrutan Shurat. He is from DAV Public School in Khorda, Chandrasekharpur, Khorda that is. And completing this lineup here today is Divyansh Maurya. Divyansh is also from Vidyaniketan Public School here in Bangalore. So these are our semi-finalists. Guys, you're aware of the rules, but let me quickly go through once again. Plus 50, minus 50, the scoring pattern. All the questions on the buzzer. Single attempt per question. 2 attempts are not allowed. If you press the buzzer while I'm reading out the question, I will stop reading the question because you are indicating to me that you already know the answer and hence you have pressed the buzzer. Okay? Any question will stay valid for about 5 seconds. And after 5 seconds, if no one presses the buzzer, I will move to the next question. You're aware of the buzzer rules? Someone presses the buzzer and the name appears right there. You have to give me an answer. You cannot tell me that you pressed the buzzer by mistake. So be careful with those buzzers. You have played on these buzzers already and you know how sensitive they are. So please be careful. You're already aware of the rest of the rules. Let's get started with the first round of this quiz. India at a glance. Here we go. You know our semi-finalists already. The first round is on your screen. What's going to happen now is, guys, this is an oral round, but I have a couple of keywords for you on your screen. I will, however, will be reading out the entire question. Again, it's up to you just by reading the keywords. If you think you know the answer, you are free to press the buzzer. The risk is yours. The decision is yours. All right? The rules are clear and you're aware of what kind of round this is. Let's start with question number 1 on your screen now. Who was the first Finance Minister of independent India? Nishant on the buzzer. Go ahead, Nishant.
The first Finance Minister of independent India was C.D.
Could you repeat, Nishant?
The first Finance Minister of independent India was C.D. Deshmukh.
Oh, taking a minus 50 on that. The answer I was looking for is R.K. Shanmugam Shetty. R.K. Shanmugam Shetty would have given you a plus 50 there. Moving on, question number 2 on your screens now. Which empowering brand started by 7 women? And Udbhav is on the buzzer. Go ahead.
This is Lijjat Papad.
Lijjat Papad plus 50. Absolutely right. Lijjat Papad giving Udbhav a plus 50 there. Moving on. Question number 3 on your screen now. What was originally established? Udbhav, he doesn't need me to complete the question. Go ahead.
This is the Aligarh Muslim University.
Which was earlier started as the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental plus 50. Absolutely right. Doing well for himself as of now, but too soon to say. We are only in the first round of the quiz. Let's move on. Question number 4. Here we go. Which pharmaceutical firm was founded by Dr. S.K. Burman? Popular for their Chyawanprash and hair oils. All right, Amritanshu, go ahead.
Is it Dabur?
Absolutely right. Plus 50 to you. I think the Chyawanprash and oil helped him and got him on the right track. Absolutely right. A plus 50 on that. Continuing with the second round of this quiz, Incredible India. Here we go. So guys, in this round, I have a couple of visuals coming up for you. Along with the visuals, as usual, I have a corresponding question. But I think some of you are very confident about your answers. So if you continue to be confident, you can go ahead and press the buzzer even before I give you the corresponding question. However, what you may give me as an answer may not necessarily be my question. So like I always say, risk and decision both are yours. All right. Question number 1 on your screen now. What is the name of this phenomenon which reflects the rise of small town in India? The Indian cricket team there. All right, Amritanshu, go ahead.
Is it the Dhoni effect?
Can you explain it to me a little bit?
Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the captain of India, the most successful test cricket, ODI cricket and T20 cricket captain who won all 3 cups. So he belonged to a very small town of Jharkhand. And after that, people became empowered that after that there was a rise of cricketers from many small towns and cities. So it's the Dhoni effect.
All right, Dhoni effect will give you a plus 50. Absolutely right. It was not just rise of cricketers from small town, but people from different industries, and as such, the small towns of India started doing very well, and that got later it got to be known as the Dhoni effect. Moving on, question number 2. Here we go. Identify this president of India. All right, Nishant, go ahead.
Is this Jagjeevan Ram?
Oh, taking another minus 50 is Nishant. If you had allowed me to complete the question, you would have a couple of clues there. The answer I wanted was Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy. Neelam Sanjeev Reddy would have given you that plus 50 there. Moving on, question number 3. Here we go. Which ex-chief minister was Uddhav? Go ahead.
This is Jayalalitha.
The lady in the ad is Jayalalitha?
Yeah, she used to be an actress before she entered politics.
Plus 50. Beautiful answer, plus 50. He's absolutely right. Jayalalitha was an actress before she moved into the political arena of this country. The last question of this round on your screen now. Where in the world would you find this palace? It's an India quiz. Yes, Nishant, go ahead.
This is in Bangalore.
This is in Bengaluru, he says. Plus 50, the Bangalore Palace in Bengaluru, giving Nishant the much needed plus 50. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly tell you where our contestants stand. Leading this quiz as of now is Udbhav. He's on 150 points. Chasing him is Amritanshu. He's at 100. Nishant took a couple of unfortunate negatives there, but he's trying to make up from minus 100. He's now on minus 50. We have 3 more rounds to go. I think it's quite possible for him to build his scores into the positives. Divyansh is on nil. It's actually way more easier for Divyansh to build a positive score than Nishant, because Nishant would have to put a little bit of more of hard work to ensure that he has a positive score. This is where our contestants stand. But now I would like to call upon Pick Brain on stage to take this quiz forward. 3 more rounds remaining, and Pick Brain will explain all of them to you and take this forward. Pick Brain, may I please request you to join us on stage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to all of you from me, Pick Brain, here today at Vidyaniketan Public Schools, India Insight. Thank you so much, Rashmi, for taking us through those couple of rounds. She's certainly a young talent in this country when it comes to quizzing and has been doing a wonderful job identifying all these remarkable quizzers. We've got 4 of them, and this scorecard doesn't tell me too much as yet as she hands over this semi-final to me. We've got 2 of them already into the world final. 1 youngster from Kuwait, 1 young girl qualifying from the second semi-final. And we've got 1 gentleman who will go through from whoever among these 4 will go through here today. So what's going to be interesting is to see if Udbhav, who's currently on 150, holds on to that lead. Behind him on 100 is Amritanshu, and that's a close second. So you can level that very quickly. Nishant and Divyansh behind the 2 of them, and they do have a little bit of a work to do. As we move on to the next frontier of our game here today, it's time for us to play what we called India in a Word. Here it comes. So what you're going to do in this round with all of you is I'm going to show you a clue, and with that clue, you're going to get a couple of letters on your screen. If you get it right, you get a 50. You get it wrong, you get a minus 50. The number of boxes on the screen tell you pretty much how many letters are there in the answer. So if your answer was India, it would be 5 boxes on your screen. 50, you get it right. 50, you get it wrong. If you're ready, India in a word. Starting out with the first one, the number of boxes will tell you the number of letters in the answer. If you're ready, here's the first one coming up on your screen. Hands on the buzzer. Here we go. All of these will lead you to a great personality in this world, and someone's gone for it. It's Udbhav. Go ahead, Udbhav.
This is Salman Rushdie.
Midnight Children, the Satanic Verses, Shalimar, the Crown. He's got it absolutely right, is Udbhav. He gets himself another 50. He's playing strong here today. Is this young lad. As we go to the next one, hands on the buzzer. Here it is. C.V. Sundararaj Rao, a circus magician's daughter and mathematician. Go ahead. Udbhav.
Yeah, this is Shakuntala Devi.
This young boy is in superb form. Her father, C.V. Sundararaj Rao, a circus magician, his daughter, a mathematician, will lead him to Shakuntala Devi, and that will take him to 250. He's really playing well, he's playing strong. The others will have to really catch up with him. Here's the next one on your screens. Now, the British chose to call it, and Nishant is giving it a go. Go ahead, Nishant.
Is it Coorg?
Oh my God, Coorg will still not fit into so many boxes. That gives him a minus 50. The answer is Shillong. Shillong is in the east of India, so the northeast. And that would have been the answer that would have got you a 50. But he decided to give it a go as we go to the last one in this round. On India in a word, one word coming up for you now. This river is the son of Brahma in Sanskrit. Amrutanshu.
Brahmaputra.
Oh, confident. He's got a 50. Brahmaputra is absolutely right. He needs two answers to catch up with the leader who is Udbhav. And I tell you what, that could very well happen in the last frontier. You are watching India inside the third semi-final for the seniors. Remember, 15,000 people from across the world took part, and we are in the last 16, battling with these semi-finalists. Super performance by them to reach this far. Vidyaniketan Public School conceptualizing this way back in 2004 with their founder principal, Mrs. Prema Rajagopal. But we'll come to all of that in a bit as we move to the penultimate frontier. Time for us to tell you a few stories of India. Here it comes. You're going to get multiple portions of a story on your screen as I could narrate a little more from my end. But you can choose when you want to press the buzzer. The risk is yours. The reward is yours, as Rashmi would tell you. Here's the first one. On your screens, now. Conceived in 1967 by Sylvester D'Acunha. Someone's gone for it. It's Udbhav who's gone for it. Yes, Udbhav?
This is the Amul Girl campaign.
This is the Amul Girl campaign. Absolutely brilliant. Pride of India, Amul's hoardings are something every generation appreciates. As we go to the next one on your screen, Stories of India, here it comes. In 1902, Maharaja Savai Madho Singh of Jaipur, Amrutanshu is not giving up, asked for special silver vessels to be created. Yes?
He carried fresh water in them.
Can you be a little more specific on water? What water would it be for the king's coronation?
Ganga Jal, I think.
Lovely. Lovely, he's got a 50. Well, a king's coronation was taking place, and what more could be an appropriate gift from India but for Ganga Jal, India in sight. He's moving to 200. Udbhav is on 300. The battle can get close. Let's see what happens on the next question. Here it comes. Stories of India unfolding with this one coming up now. His work for education and social upliftment in India has made him an important influence, not just in the economy, but social development. Go ahead, young man, Udbhav.
I'm going with Maulana Abul Kalam Azad.
India's first ever education minister, absolutely correct. National Education Day is on his birthday. Lovely answer. Very, very well played. Every time Amrutanshu tries to get close to Udbhav seems to just get that one good answer and move ahead. So Amrutanshu probably needs to do 2 or 3 together. He probably needs to get inspired by MS Dhoni, who's from his region, and play a little like Dhoni. He needs a couple of 6s and not 1. But Amrutanshu is looking good as well. He's on 200. That's a good score if you look at it in isolation. But we are going into the last question in this round. and then the last round to follow. On your screens, now. He joined Google in 2004. He was a product management guy. Yes, Udbhav.
This is Sundar Pichai.
Nothing going wrong for Udbhav today. He's really playing it with absolute alacrity and speed. He's on 350 or maybe 400. I'm not too sure on the math. I think he's on 400. On 200 is Amrutanshu, which means Amrutanshu has to crack the final round. We move to the final frontier, India inspired. Here it comes. 4 final questions which will tell us who's going to be in our world final. For the moment, Udbhav from Chennai looks like he has 1 foot into that world final, but anything can happen. Like they say, quizzing is like one-day cricket. Till the last ball is bowled, you never say anything is over. But every question is going to determine that outcome. It's like the final over of a match. Amrutanshu in chase, Udbhav in a very strong position actually. First one, on your screens, India inspired, scoring pattern the same. Here it comes. All of these would lead you to a famous personality. Amrutanshu, I think, is going to give it a go. Yes.
Jawaharlal Nehru.
Have you read any of them?
No.
You should. Well, that's something I always ask youngsters, but you all should. Especially when you are in high school. Start cultivating a reading habit of such books. Amazing literature from India's history. All of them actually phenomenal creations by Pandit Nehru. But 50 to you as you get closer and closer to Udbhav. Here's the next one on your screens. Now. Nishant has gone for this. Go ahead, Nishant.
This is Borussia Dortmund.
Say that again.
Borussia Dortmund. It's the German football club.
Correct, but you are at India Insight. Oh. I'm giving you a fair chance because you've got the BVB part. Minus 50. He knew the tougher part of it, which is Borussia Dortmund from Germany. They partner in India with Hyderabad FC. The answer I was looking for was Hyderabad Football Club, which is owned by Incessant Software, or rather the founders also own Incessant Software. Those are the colors of Hyderabad Football Club, and they've had a fantastic run at ISL currently, or in the current year. As we move to the next one, good attempt. He went well on it, but unfortunately he didn't get the India context nailed in. Penultimate question, here it comes. An airport. Oh, Udbhav giving it a go. He's leading the quiz, but he doesn't want to give up. Yes. 2 awards on your screen. Go ahead.
This is Mother Teresa.
Can you break those clues up?
Okay, so the name on the bottom left, that's sort of her original name.
Okay.
And she was from Albania, and the capital of Albania is Tirana. So they named the airport after her.
Okay.
And one of these is the Nobel Peace Prize. I'm not sure which one.
And the other one?
I'm not sure.
All right. She's one of those rare people who's got a Nobel and a Ramon Magsaysay award. So those are the 2 awards on your screen. The Tirana airport was beautifully cracked. The Albanian origin lady, Mother Teresa, well, but I don't think for such people and personalities the place of origin ever matters. They become perhaps properties of the entire world, if I should call them that. Everyone begins to adopt them and love them, and that's the kind of brand they bring to the table. Final question, Udbhav really going from strength to strength. Will he score a 500? I can't think of anyone else who scored a 500 in this quiz. He's in super form. Final question on screen now. Nishant is giving it a go. He doesn't want to give up. Yes, Nishant?
This is the UIDAI.
There's something far more. It's India inspired. You got to give me an overall answer. Aadhaar is that, but beyond that.
I think if this India has the largest personal identification card or something.
Still giving you a patient hearing and a fair chance. There's an institute logo there. Well, hard luck, young man. He goes on one answer and then tries to make that his answer. That's not really how you play this game, where you have to join the dots. The overall answer for me in this context would have been Nandan Nilekani. He was the man behind the Aadhaar idea, no doubt about it. He wrote the book Rebooting India. He's an alumnus of that great institute. So all of this together would have got you to Nandan Nilekani. So you got to do lateral thinking. But he is a sportive boy. He doesn't mind the negatives. He says, so what? I'm going to try. That's a spirit you require as a good quizzer. It doesn't matter whether you win or you lose. You learn at the end of the day. That's what is important. And that was the philosophy of Mrs. Prema Rajagopal as well, that create fun environments for learning. But ladies and gentlemen, here today with that remarkable performance, with 450, Udbhav has really played this beyond the others. Amrutanshu on his part, quite frankly, has played an outstanding game. 250 sometimes can win you a semi-final. It's like how Rahul Dravid used to score 100 and then Sehwag used to score 180, or, Tendulkar scores 200. That's a problem. But that doesn't undermine Dravid's 100 in any way, but that's how life is. You play well, but someone plays better than you on that day. Udbhav really looks solid and really looks strong. May I dare say, with one more semi-final to go, if Udbhav plays the way he plays, he could be a world champion in the waiting. He has the potential to be that if he gets his act right. I'm truly impressed with his speed of answering, with his clarity when he answers and the way he breaks it up. So we've got a wonderful champion going into the world final. From Chennai is Udbhav Krishnamani as our champion. To the rest of you for being part of the world top 16, congratulations to you. While we've got one more semi-final remaining, and that semi-final will tell us who our fourth contender in the world final is going to be. But all of that after the next semi-final. Till then, from my young colleague Rashmi, from me, Big Brain, from everybody at Vidyaniketan Public School and India Insight, you were watching the third world semi-final of India Insight. Till we come back to you with the fourth one, do take care and thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.